You know when you're on Tinder and you have the option to swipe left and right? That is exactly what I did. I swiped right on Liu Che and rejected Belly Prime. That day I lost myself. That is an abomination to cav mains, including myself. I have seen gay porn straighter than this. I'm sure you're familiar with the famous quote, "The dildo of consequences rarely arrives lubed, my friend." Sun Tzu, Art of War. Alright guys, welcome back to a new video. Oh, how the mighty have fallen, am I right? But I don't regret it one bit. So, we all know I'm a sucker for AoE commanders. Basically anything that does area of effect damage, I'm all for it. And I'm just pissed that I waited so long to max Liu. You know, everyone told me to max Liu when he came out, right? But I was like, bro, that's infantry. Like, that means as much to me as the tiny hairs on my asshole. So I just procrastinated for almost 8 months before I found the courage to put the sculptures into him and max this beast. And rightfully so. Like, Liu Che is a beast, right? 5 target AoE, that's not easy to come by, right? It's hard to find. Like Liu Che, who was that? Zhuge Liang has that, right? And now Liu Che. I don't believe anyone else has 5 target. Maybe there is, but I just forgot. Anyway, Liu Che, Zhuge Liang, 5 target AoE is massive and is definitely something you want to have. And I was naive thinking the new cavalry would be insanely OP and a good pair, a secondary for Hue cubing. So after saving hundreds of gold heads and skipping Liu and Hermann Prime, Lilith gave us Belisarius Prime, a commander exclusively for whales, which is the opposite of what I am. The only thing whale about me is how much I eat and how much I poop. But on the other hand, on the good side, Lilith did us all a favor, right? So, what do I mean by that? Many players, especially free-to-plays, complained about how frequent the commander release is. Like how fast these guys are coming out. Not coming out from the closet, I mean coming to the game. Bro, please, don't be so dirty mind. Anyway, so many frequent releases and how free-to-plays basically can't keep up with people who spend and are able to instantly max them once they're out. So Lilith started introducing niche commanders. Niche. Commanders with a special role. For example, engineering, 𝒟𝒹𝓹𝓎, who is exclusively for city defense, if you may, and now Belisarius Prime, who's made for swarming and especially for Osiris League, for Ark of Osiris. Like, he is made exactly for Ark, and you will see him in the future matches in OL and in Ark. Like, Belisarius Prime is gonna be meta in OL for basically swarming the Ark carrier, then grabbing the Ark, and then running as fast as he can. That's his skill, right? Like, increase march speed after exiting combat. So that is Belisarius Prime for OL. And then we have Eleanor, who is good in pass defense. So all of these guys, all of these commanders, they are a special role, niche commanders that are not usable for free-to-plays in everyday life, right? Like, you guys cannot use these in Murderball. They are completely useless in Murderball. And if you want to argue that Belly Prime is actually useful in Murderball, that is pure bullshit, right? Like, only if you're running 7 marches as a whale, maybe he can be useful, but other than that, bro, if you get Storm in Murderball, you will go down in seconds regardless if you have Belly Prime or not in your lineup. So he doesn't matter at all. He's only good for swarming and for OL. So, where am I going with this? These niche commanders allows players to skip the cycle and save gold heads for better commanders in future. For example, the new infantry that is coming out in 2 to 3 months in the game, right? And he can be insanely OP, insanely overpowered. Hell, he can even be Sun Tzu Prime. And you best believe, if Sun Tzu Prime comes to the game, bro, it's game over. We all know that Lilith loves to juice up, loves to pump up Chinese commanders, right? For example, Zhuge Liang, Liu Che, these guys are overpowered as hell. And if Sun Tzu Prime comes to the game, which he will come at some point, maybe next infantry, maybe next cavalry, I have no idea, but he will come. And you, my friend, regardless of what you are, cav main, archer main, infantry main, siege main, for all I care, you want to have Sun Tzu Prime maxed, like instant maxed. So, if you skip 𝒟𝒹𝓹𝓎, engineering, Belisarius Prime, then for sure by the time the new commander, the new infantry comes out, you will have about 700 or close to 700 legendary sculptures to instant max the new guy, whoever he is, right? If he's OP, then that's good for you because you can instant max him and enjoy the value. So this new plan of introducing niche commanders and allowing players some time to save gold heads for someone better is pretty nice from Lilith. With that being said, let me show you the historic moment of me maxing Liu Che after almost 8 months of him being released. You know what they say?
Better late than never, bro.
Finally, it is done. Above all kings. Yes, sir. Gotta take a screenshot to flex on my friends, although they haven't maxed since a long time ago, but nevertheless, gotta flex on them plebs. We got Liu Che max, boys! It is done. It's done. My 700 gold heads is now out the window, but in a good use. I'm quite happy. I have to go set up Sunset Canyon and stuff like that, you know, with Scipio, because now Scipio is with 𝒟𝒹𝓏, I believe. So I gotta go and put 𝒟𝒹𝓏 with XY and put Liu Che with Scipio in Sunset. But also, I will be adjusting the same for my open field lineup. So now, Scipio is with Liu Che instead of 𝒟𝒹𝓏. I'm gonna save that here, and we're gonna put 𝒟𝒹𝓏 with XY. I don't know why XY is with 𝒟𝒶𝒹𝓏𝓏. What the hell? But now I believe he should be good. And this way, XY gets to benefit from 𝒟𝒹𝓏's very nice museum buff, which is 30% health and 10% skill damage, one of the best buffs in the museum. Not to mention that 𝒟𝒹𝓏 has AoE as well, so overall it's a perfect match, a perfect secondary for commanders for any commander basically, because 𝒟𝒹𝓏 can be paired with anyone to be honest, and he's basically a mini version of Honda. So 𝒟𝒹𝓏 is for future plays, and Honda is for pay to win, as I said before. So this is my updated open field lineup. I'm using 5 marches: Zhuge Liang with Hermann, Scipio with Liu Che, XY with 𝒟𝒹𝓏, Huo with William, and Nevsky with Juan Prime. And now I have about, let's see, 133 gold heads saved, which I'm gonna spend that towards upgrading Hermann Prime, because he's still unfinished, believe it or not. He is not completed. I believe I'm gonna leave him as 5551 and just leave him there. He should be good at that skill order. I don't wanna max him because even unmaxed, even at 5551, he works perfectly, and I'm gonna save the rest of my gold heads for infantry, for the new infantry, to see if he's Sansu Prime or 𝒟𝒶𝒹𝓏𝓏 Prime. I hope not. But if it's not somebody OP, someone good for open field and multiple fighting, then I'm just gonna max Hermann. But for now, we will just upgrade Hermann to 5551 and then wait for the new commander to see what will happen. So I'm about 40 gold heads short to get Hermann to where I want him to be, and even on the wheel, I don't have enough gems to spin the wheel. But no worries, I will get him done by the end of this week. Right, back to Liu Che. He has a very nice armament on Arch Formation, 2% all damage with almost 2 max rolls. This 𝒟𝒹𝓏 I'm most likely going to buy Destructive and apply that on that armament, instead of buying a Hunter. Excuse me, if we win the 𝒟𝒹𝓏, right? I'm gonna buy Destructive and apply it on that armament. And I don't know, we will see. Maybe I'm gonna buy Hunter to apply on Wedge, but I'm just not sure, because the thing is, I don't have an Arch armament, right? The only Arch armament I have is that one with 2% all damage. That's all I have. I need to invest and work on some Arch formation and armaments, basically. So that's gonna take some time. Until then, I'm gonna use Wedge formation on Scipio with Liu, and I believe that's gonna take me about some months, couple of months, to get to a decent Arch armaments. And once again, a moment of silence for Belisarius Prime.
Deus est iudex et pro me judicabit.
Kurva jobani!